consistently and persistently building your business, you're working your business, hopefully a little bit each and every day. This system is so simple that everyone can do it. And I love to say that you build this business in the nooks and crannies of your life. So what is the system? To remind everyone, if you don't know yet, it's to introduce X39 to 3 people a day. How might that introduction go? It could be that you text somebody in your phone, that counts. Could be you meet somebody at a hot yoga class. Could be you send something to somebody on Facebook. That's fantastic. So you're just opening your mouth, introducing X39, the stem cell activation patch, to 3 people a day. And I always say network marketing is a contact sport. So what does that mean? You're never going to build a business if you want to sit behind and just study, and learn off of one of our websites or sit around and listen to videos. You have to make contact with people in order to build a network marketing organization. But I have learned over the years that the best way to do this is in your nooks and crannies, to be ignorance on fire. Don't worry about having to know everything before you get started. In fact, I think it's better not to know everything, because if somebody asks you a question that you don't know the answer to, I say the truth. I say to them, you know what? I don't know the answer to that. I'm going to get back to you with it. And I write it down, and it gives me a reason to go back to them. And when you go back to somebody that you're interested in bringing into your organization, it speaks volumes. It speaks volumes on, 1, that you're listening to them and their needs, and 2, that you're interested in their success, because you're not just pretending you know the answer, giving them an incorrect answer or no answer at all, or not following up. So I love it when they ask me a question that I don't know, because then I have a reason to be able to go back to them. The other thing that I do, even though I've been here now for a little over 3 years, is I'm still leaning on the tools. I'm doing the exact same thing that I'm asking each one of you do. So just the other day, 2 days ago, I was in hot yoga, and there was a gentleman standing right next to me that I've never met before. Somebody, a girl that I knew in the hot yoga class, was over talking to me about stem cell activation patch and about what did I know about this health and that health and what was going on for her. And as soon as she walked away, the gentleman that was on the mat next to me said, "Hey, what do you know about red light?" And I said, "I know a lot." He said, "You do?" I said, "Yes, I know all about photobiomodulation. I have a red light bed in my house." He said, "Well, what was that stem cell activation thing you were talking about?" And I said, "Oh, I'll tell you about it after class." Now, I did the whole class. At the end of class, I said to him, which actually was the truth, I said, "I'm so sorry. I have an appointment in under an hour in Fort Lauderdale. I do not have time to sit and talk to you. But if you'll give me your cell phone number, I'll text you some information." Guess what I texted him? StartX39.com. So I texted him the website. I got in my car. I drove off. I started driving. He's immediately texted me. He's like, "When are you coming back to this area? I'm in pain. I'm interested in finding out about this stem cell activation patch." It can be that easy if you all let it be that easy. So I invite that into my life. Now, I did want to tell you all that I actually took both of my girls on the free trip. We just got back from the LifeWave trip to Costa Rica. And oh my gosh, did we have fun. The American market has now become the #1 market, which is fantastic. When I got here, Japan was #1, and I didn't like that at all. So I've been consistently and persistently working so that the United States market actually overtook Japan, which was fantastic. There was a very large group of leaders from Japan. There was a very large group of leaders from Taiwan. There was a small group of leaders from Malaysia. There was a small group of leaders from Europe. And then, of course, there was a big group of leaders from the United States as well. So it was really, really fun to be on this trip. I have always said that network marketing attracts the most amazing group of people, because typically network marketing is a contact sport, and this is not an entitlement program. In order to build an organization, you're going to go to work. And so what I find is that we attract the most amazing group of people, because they're people who want to see other people succeed. They're people that want to give and give back. They want to serve others. and they're working. They're typically working their business. Sometimes we're working 2 jobs. That's fantastic. So my children grew up in this arena in network marketing, believe it or not. And so now as adults, to have them here in the same arena was really, really amazing. So it was very, very fun. At one point I was walking and I walked in the room and my 2 girls are behind me right now on today's Zoom. We have Neve that's on the call that's supporting us. And sometimes we have Sierra on the call. And somebody looked at me and said, "Oh, there's Onyx and her marketing team." And I just started giggling because that's how the girls have now interacted into this business that they grew up in. So it's really, really neat to see where this can grow and evolve. So when you go on a free corporate trip, which I've earned many, 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 many free ones to Hawaii, for instance, and the girls went many, 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 many times to Hawaii. This one was very different. It was Costa Rica. And those of you that have never been to Costa Rica, we were at the top north part over on the Pacific coast. And what happens is you get to hang out, relax with other SPD leaders. You get to speak with them and talk about what's working in their business or what isn't working in their business. You get to mingle with sometimes with their children. For instance, Renita and Scott had earned the trip. They were there. So Renita and Scott bought their 2 boys. And of course, I had my 2 girls there. So we did activities together. One day we did something that was so amazing. When we got there, the bus driver that drove us from the airport to the hotel told us that there was this beach where millions of turtles come to. And it had just been a full moon the day before. So they come for like 2 or 3 days after. And I live on the beach here in Florida. And so we have a turtle season here in Florida. And in Florida, we go out with flashlights at nighttime, there's red flashlights because you don't want to have the white, covered up, trying to find a turtle. And most nights you'll walk up and down the beach and you won't see a turtle at all. And they said, no. There are literally thousands of turtles there. So my daughter, Neve, who happens to love turtles, was like, "We got to go, Mom." And I said, "Absolutely." So we hired a private vehicle and we went to this beach. It took us almost 2 hours to get there because some of the roads were paved and then some of the roads were dirt and then back to pave and back to dirt. And the driver that we hired for the van that drove us there, he's like, "Sometimes this is going to be like the Scooby-Dooby mobile." And I said, "What's that mean?" He said, "The car is going to go like this and it's just going to be shaking while you're driving down the road." So those of us that can have tender tummies from a car that goes like this definitely experienced it. But we got there, it was maybe 5:30, 5:45 when we had arrived. The sun had just gone down. Of course, it was raining because they're coming out of the rainy season. So we brought our umbrellas. We go walking to the beach. We're literally popping the umbrella this way so that the rain is coming on the umbrella. There's about, let's say, 8 or 10 of us and 2 flashlights. We go walking on this beach, you all. I've never seen anything like it. There were literally thousands of turtles walking on the beach with their little, they have flippers. They don't have feet. And they're like zombies and they're like banging into each other. They could walk right over your feet. So you have to be careful not to walk on them. And then we watched them, the people who walked us through the national park actually pushed the sand away from the back so that we could see them laying eggs. They would lay between 70 and 90 eggs in one experience. And then they would turn around still in a zombie state and swim back to the ocean. And then we walked further down the beach. Oh, and I should tell you, one of the interesting things they said is that there's so many turtles that come up and not enough beach that in fact, out of the 1,000 eggs that are laid, only 2 survive out of 1,000. And what typically kills them is the other turtles. And I said, "I don't understand. There's not enough beach for them. So the turtles from last night who laid eggs, the turtles that come up tonight often will dig up that nest and relay in the same spot their eggs." So it's like I guess they're killing each other's babies. I don't think it's on purpose. I just think it's the particular beach that they're all picking. But then we went further down the beach and we got to actually see baby turtles swimming into the beach. And 2 of the people in our group, including my daughter, actually got to pick up a baby turtle and take them down to the ocean and release them in the beach. So all of this we got to do because I said yes to X39 and to LifeWave. and because I decided to consistently and persistently work my business. And so I'm telling you this because this is one of the perks. And this is what we're all working towards as we do this 90-day run to Aruba. There's 100 spots available. I frankly have never even been to Aruba, even though I'm that close to it. I haven't been there, so I look forward to going as well. Oh, here's Neve. I think here's a video, you all, from that night. See all the turtles on the beach? Look at how close together they are. It's unbelievable how many turtles were there. It's crazy, right? So I want you to know that earning one of these free trips is a beautiful thing for you. It's a great goal to go for. May not be the goal that every one of you wants. That's okay. But these trips I have experienced, you gain so much because you make new friends within this company. This company attracts the most amazing type of light workers. It's really beautiful. And of course, you get to experience things for free that you might not normally experience in your regular life. So for me, I think going on these free trips is a great goal. In fact, the day after, Renita and her 2 boys and me and my 2 girls actually hiked up a waterfall. So we hiked up a sulfur river to get to a waterfall. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done, even though I'm in good shape. You had to like pull yourself up a rope through the current to actually get into the waterfall. And it was absolutely stunning. There were bats, not in the waterfall, but in one of the caves we walked past. The water was crystal clear and absolutely beautiful. It was just a gorgeous experience. And of course, for me, every morning I woke up, we were right on the beach. So, I went straight down to that beach. Not a person was on the beach, and went walking every morning to watch the sunrise on the beach. So these are the kind of perks you get from building your LifeWave business. So I'm doing the exact same things that I'm suggesting you do. I'm working the business each and every day. I'm practicing my dance. So what is that dance? That dance for me as a woman is learning to talk less and listen more. And what am I listening for? I'm listening for the radio station about what's in it for them. So some of you all are in pain and you want to have a reduction in pain. Some of you all are not sleeping well and you want to be able to go to sleep. Others of you are looking for a way to have some supplement income, or you don't want to go back to the office. I completely understand. Others of you are looking for a community like this. So everybody, all of us human beings, I don't care if you're Onyx Coale, if you're Steve and Gina, if you're a pastor at an amazing church, if you're a president of a country, we all put our jeans on one leg at a time. And every single one of us is looking for something in our lives. So your job is to figure out what is in it for them. What are they looking for so that you can make the offer of this to them in a way that's interesting to them. So if we take the story of Steve and Gina, for instance, when I said yes to X39, who do you think one of the first people I took patches to was? Steve and Gina. They were closed. They weren't currently open and looking for an opportunity. So guess what that was? That was a no. But for Onyx, it's not a no never. It's a no, not right now. So I recognize that. I didn't continue to run them over. I didn't say, you guys are crazy. You should be looking at this. This is going to change your life. We're talking about a stem cell activation patch. What are you doing? I left them alone. I went away. I reintroduced again. Then Steve sends me a note and invites me to Gina's 60th birthday party. I came, I drove up, I went to the birthday party, and I looked around and I saw what was going on. And I'm like, they're surrounded by people who have built a business who are no longer working in network marketing anymore, waiting for Steve and Gina to make a new selection. And I said that to them. Hello, Steve, you're about to have another surgery. Would you do me a favor and put this X39 patch on? I think it's going to change the way you experience your recovery, which it did. And then I came back to them and said, hey, I think you all should have a look at this. Now, I didn't know that they had been praying for a year. I had no idea. So when they said no to me, if I had taken that as a no, never, none of their whole organization would be here. Yes, I'd still have my whole huge organization that's multiplying and growing, which is fantastic. But I got another whole new organization because I didn't take the fact that they were closed at the original time as never. I just took it as no, not right now. So I encourage you to do that with everyone you come in contact with. I never worry about whether it's a yes or no. The 3-3-1 system is very simple. It's contact 3 people a day. It doesn't say you have to get 3 yeses. It says you need to contact 3 people a day. Then what you want to do is follow up with 3 people a day. The fortune in this business is in the follow-up. So if I just gave Steve and Gina some patches and said, hey, Steve, put this on while you're going through surgery and while you're in recovery, and I never called them back again, guess what? They might have decided they liked X39. They could have picked up the phone and called corporate, or some other person could have come and approached them about the patches, maybe that week, maybe 3 months later, who knows? So if you're not following up with your people, you're missing a massive opportunity. So the system, invite 3 people a day. So you're introducing X39 to 3 new people a day. Follow up with 3 people a day. And if you need to, you invite 1 to a Zoom. So on Wednesday night and on Thursday night, Wednesday night is English opportunity meetings. Thursday night is Spanish opportunity meetings. So if you need the help to invite somebody to those, I invite people. For instance, that gentleman that I stood next to 2 days ago in hot yoga, guess what I did? I texted him the Wednesday night opportunity call. He sends me a note and says, Onyx, I'm not in the business yet, but I have 2 or 3 people that want to get on the call. I said, he's like, is that okay? I'm like, fantastic, you guys. Look at how easy that was just by me taking a chance and talking about the X39. He hasn't even put a patch on yet because he left town. So I haven't even had a chance to give him any of the product, and he's already introducing it to people. So long term, your goal is exactly what Steve and Gina have been talking about. 20 people personally sponsored on your left, 20 people personally sponsored on your right. Some of you will do that very quickly. Some of you will do that over the next 2 years. It doesn't matter. I tell everyone that this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. So you're consistently and persistently building your business, and it builds your business over time. I made a few notes of a couple of things I wanted to share with you. So one of the things that I've discovered as a network marketing leader is there's 3 formula questions that can help you to help other people. Would you all like to know those? Yes, I'm seeing more thumbs up. Awesome. Okay. So one of the things I talk to somebody about when they join my business, when I personally sponsor them, is what do you want to achieve? So sometimes you're going to have people that don't see themselves currently building the business. They just want to get out of pain. So you have to allow people to be who they are and be where they are. If you're looking at a hippopotamus, you cannot make a hippopotamus into a shark. I mean, I suppose you could try, but it's an awful lot of work. So for me, I prefer to meet people where they're at, allow them to be who they are, and then continue to drip on them to let them know there's more available for you. So let's say you've got somebody who says, what I want to achieve, Onyx, is I want to get out of pain. Terrific. I've got the answer for you. What's that? It's a patch. It's called X39. It's a stem cell activation patch. So if you want to get out of pain, this is what I'm asking from you. I'd like you to commit to wearing this product for a minimum of 90 days. In a perfect world, I'd like you to wear it for 1 month for every decade that you are old, because most of us have lived riotous lives. But the truth is 98% of people will have an experience after the first 30 days, and you'll have a few that'll take 60, but by 90 days, in my experience, everybody has some sort of a shift. Now, notice I didn't say somebody feels something, because in fact, in my own testimonial, there's very few things that I have felt. I didn't feel my hair growing. I didn't feel the gums in my mouth getting healthy. I didn't feel my age spot diminishing, but I had a shift in my body or in my experience, and I tend to notice the absence of something. So I don't look for people to feel things. I look for people to have a shift in their health, in this case, pain. So if they were in pain, I would say to them, great, I'd like you to give this at least a 90-day trial. And what I'm going to need from you is you to take the little packet of X39, put that right next to your toothbrush. I want you to put it on every morning when you brush your teeth, and I want you to take it off every night when you brush your teeth. And then the only other thing I need from you is to just drink water. Can you commit to that? Yes. Okay, great. Then I think we can get to that which you're trying to achieve. Was any of that conversation about me, or was all of that conversation about them? Them. And so when you tune in to the radio station about what's in it for them, what you're going to find is a whole lot more success, because they are not here to fulfill your needs. That doesn't mean that you don't have needs that won't be fulfilled. It means you're not interested in talking about your needs. You're interested in serving them and helping them with their needs. Whether their need is to find a community of people, whether their need is to shift their pain, whether their need is to find a way to build business and to make more income for them and their family. Okay, so that's one of the questions I ask. Another question I like to ask is, what do you want to avoid? So many people will make decisions in their lives because they want to avoid things. I want to avoid this tax bill that's on the way to me. I want to avoid, when I get older, spending my life in the white coat's office. So I'd like to do things today so that I don't end up in the future in the white coat's office. So asking what they want to avoid will often help you tune into that radio station. What radio station are we looking for? What's in it for them? Then they will often say, what's the next step? So I love what Steve and Gina do. So as soon as they put somebody in the business, I know you guys have seen it. Neve can probably pull it up for you. You can find it on the QF Team Biz site. It's under the 90 days. What's your 90 days? This is what we're doing with what's their next step. So if they've said yes to the business, then their next step is to go manager. And so the first thing I do is text them that sheet. You all can find it. If you haven't seen it, it's on the QF Team Biz site. You can pull down all three sheets. One is to go manager, one is to go director, and then one is to go senior director. But I like what Steve does. I used to do all three. Now I only do one. So I text them over just the one sheet. This is your first goal, is to get yourself to manager. As soon as they've gotten themselves to manager, guess what I'm doing? I'm texting the next sheet over. What's your next step? This is your next step. Let's get you to director. So, and then once they get to director, what am I doing? I'm texting them the next step. But remember, if this person was the person that said they just wanted to get out of pain, and I start texting them how to become manager, what have I done? I've disconnected them from their radio station. They're not going to move forward. So your goal is to stay on their radio station, not to get back onto your own radio station. Make sense, everyone? Okay, I'm going to go to some more of my notes. Everybody having fun, I hope. Okay, so one of the things I understand about people who do well in network marketing, what makes a person that does well in network marketing? Have you all ever asked yourself that? So I think it's a really interesting question. One of the things I find with people that are good in network marketing is they build trust faster with other people. So think about the person who signed you in the business. My guess is they had an energy level that you liked. They have something that you want. They're happy. They're outgoing. They're having fun. My guess is that you trust them. They have a trust level that you like. Perhaps you asked them a question because they were ignorance on fire. They didn't know the answer, but they called you back. If that doesn't build huge trust, I don't know what will. So one of the things I find with people that do well in network marketing is they build trust faster with other people. So this is something you want to ask yourselves. Am I doing what I say and saying what I'm going to do? So it's one of my pet peeves. If I tell somebody I'm going to do something, I do everything I can to make sure I'm going to do exactly what I say. And if something happens and I can't do what I say, I either pick up the phone and call them, or I text them. I say, I'm so sorry. Something has just come up and I'm not able to do what I committed to doing. And I don't do it 100% of the time. I'm not perfect, but I sure do try. So that's another thing that helps to build trust. So that's one of the things that I like to do. I like to do what I say and say what I'm going to do. The other thing that I find that's very good that people do well, who are good at building network marketing business, is they qualify prospective customers and team members more accurately. So let's go back to that person who we asked the question, and they said, the question that we asked was, what do you want to achieve? And they said they want to get out of pain. So if I then said, great, I'm going to throw you into the business, I'm going to make you a distributor, have I done a good job qualifying them as a customer or a distributor? Absolutely not. What I've done is slam them into something that they don't want to be in, which is not my goal. I want everyone walking on this planet to use X39. That's the truth. I want everybody to use X39 because I think we all need it. Let me drink some water. I think it's the best product going. But I don't care personally whether they use it as a customer or as a distributor. I think they're going to get a lot more benefit if they used it as a distributor, but they may not be ready. And network marketing is a contact sport, and you don't want to try and drag that horse up the hill, because I'm telling you, as strong as you are, you can drag that horse all the way up the hill, but once you get to the top of that hill, you will not be able to get that horse to drink water. So I find that one of the things that good network marketers do is they're very good at qualifying prospective customers and team members. Number 3, I find that they're highly motivated to improve their lives and the lives of others. So think about that as a quality for something that you're looking for in the people that you interact with. So every day I wake up and I say, God, please bring me people that I can help with the X39. And so you could say, please bring me people that are interested in helping other people. Think about Steve and Gina. They talk about it over and over and over again. They were praying for an opportunity that not just they could win at, but that their friends and family could win at. Is that a couple that is motivated at improving their lives and the lives of others? I would say, heck yes. So it's one of the qualities that I look for. It's one of the things that I really, really like to find in people. Okay, I'm going to go to some more notes. Some of the other things that I wrote down. Most of us don't contemplate and identify what we want to start and what we want to achieve and what we want to end and avoid, especially both ends of the spectrums. So what do I want to achieve in my life and when? When's the last time you all asked that kind of question to yourself? What do I want to achieve in my life and when? So for some of you, that question will be answered by a health aspect for yourself, an improvement of a health aspect for yourself. For some of you, it might be answered by being able to affect other people positively. There might be a certain number of people that you want to touch and affect or serve in a positive way. For other people, it might be a rank within this company. For other people, it might be a financial amount in this company. For other people, it might be having 10 managers or 100 managers. I've always said, and I continue to say, manager is the most important rank in this company, and the person who creates the most managers wins. So that's a question that I would suggest all of you ask yourself and come up with an answer. What are the things I want to start doing in my life and when? So it could be I want to learn how to surf. It could be I want to go on a free vacation. It could be I want to be able to take my wife out to dinner. It could be I want to be able to deliver free toys to kids at Christmas time. Whatever that is, I want you to think about what are the things that I want to start doing in my life and when. How about what do I want to avoid in my life? When's the last time you've asked yourself that? One of the things that I love about network marketing is that network marketing leaves a trail of success. And so you don't have to be the trailblazer to figure it all out on your own. You're able to copy. In fact, in network marketing, you're encouraged to copy the leaders, duplicate what they're doing. Everyone wants to see everybody succeed. So the things that I like to avoid is making unnecessary mistakes. Why do I want to make mistakes that I don't need to make? But again, that's for me. I don't know what that might be for you. And what do I want to stop doing or stop being around my life? So maybe you're somebody who's been angry, or maybe you're somebody who's been short with people, or maybe you're somebody who hasn't been friendly, or maybe you're somebody who's spent a lot of time in the last few years locked up inside and you're ready to get back out and start interacting with other human beings. Whatever that is, have a look at what is it that you want to start in your life. Maybe it's the way that you're eating food. Maybe you're saying, you know what? I'm eating Doritos every night at 4 o'clock and I don't want to be doing that anymore. Or maybe you're saying to yourself, I'm not drinking enough water. I want to be able to start drinking more water in my life. So having a look at the things that you want to add into your life and having a look at the things you want to take out of your life are really important things to do. Now, these are important things to do with people in your organization as well. And the reason it's important is because as you get to know the people in your organization, you're going to find you're going to become friends. And you'll lock arms together and you'll build this business together. Steve and Gina and I were friends. We were friends long before LifeWave, and I guarantee you'll be friends long after LifeWave. Now, Renita and Scott and I got to spend time together in Costa Rica together, quality time. And guess what happened? We created a friendship bond, a much deeper bond, because we were able to be there together, interacting with each other together. So you will find that with people in your team, in your organization. And so that's to me, this is one of the biggest benefits in building a network marketing business. Okay, so I've talked a lot and I asked Neve to open it up, and you can see that the chat room is open because I wanted to be sure if you all wanted to ask a question, you could type it in there and perhaps Neve will read out a question. I know a lot of times, because we have so many people on these calls, we've learned it's a little bit easier to just have it be a one-way conversation, but I do love interacting with each one of you all as well. So if you all have a specific question that you want to ask, if you want to type it right into the chat, that would be awesome. Okay, I see the first question that comes up is, how long do you use the X39 patch? Great question. So X39 is not addictive in any way, as I think you all know. You all can use that patch. Any spot will do. Today, I pulled open my patch and felt led to put it on my heart. I have a doctor who calls himself Dr. EMF in my business, and he's very affected by the EMF 2G, 3G, 4G, and 5G radiation, so much so it even puts him to sleep. Many of his patients, probably all of his patients, are also affected by it. And he said to me, Onyx, what I found in the machines that I have is when people put the X39 over their heart, it protects me from the radiation. I find much less personal effect. And when I've measured my clients with the machines that I have, I find the same thing. So this morning I was led to put the patch here. You're going to wear the patch for 12 hours on, take the X39 off after 12 hours, throw it away, rest and rejuvenate for 12 hours, and then put a new patch on. The reason that is the body gets lazy. It does something called attenuation. So for instance, if you start to take vitamin D endogenously, the body will stop making vitamin D. We don't want the body to stop making the GHK copper peptide. That's why we take it off for 12 hours, rest and rejuvenate for 12 hours, and then put a new patch on. Now, I personally have been wearing the X39 for a little over 3 years. I'm not at all addicted to it. I could stop wearing the X39 at any point. I don't know why I would do that, but it's no different than vitamin C. You can take vitamin C for the rest of your life, or you could take it for a week. It's totally up to you. But what we know about X39 is the compounding effects it has in the body. And so it's going to go, when you all start, it's going to go for your weakest link first. And healing is never a straight line. It's a journey. So it usually looks like this. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up and down, but the overall trend will be in an upward direction. What will that look like? I can't tell you. It's going to be different for each one of you. Some of you may have had pain in your body for a very long time, but you got something going on internally that it's going to work on first. So everyone can quit this patch at any point they want. So let's say there's a lot of people, for instance, in the Quantum Field X39 organization who had knee problems. Many, I can think of, for instance, Sheila Hay. She had bone on bone knee. I think she's had several surgeries. And what she found after wearing X39 is that she no longer has that pain in the knee. She's now out golfing and dancing and doing all sorts of things. So what will happen is the body will continue to heal itself. If she stops using the X39, wherever she got to in her body with healing will begin degrading again. Will it degrade tomorrow? No, but it will degrade slowly again over time. And remember, your stem cells, you have at 30, half of your stem cells are asleep. At 60, all of them are asleep. So why would you not want to keep your stem cells awake and active? Those stem cells are the reason why when we watch our babies or our grandbabies fall down and they get a bump or they get a bruise and it heals like this, it's because they have so many active stem cells in their body. That's why we see a lot of wound repair so quickly when using the X39. Okay, I see a question about my 10-year-old daughter. Can she wear it? The answer is yes. This is not a transdermal patch. Nothing passes through the skin. So LifeWave and no other company will ever test their product on pregnant women or children. So what I tell everyone is that it's a personal choice. It's a parental choice, but nothing passes through the skin. If you go to the Quantum Field testimonial page on Facebook, you will find that there are thousands of testimonials from people within our group, and there are many in there from kids under 18 who have used the X39 patch and had amazing results. So it's a personal choice, but nothing is passing through the skin. So I see absolutely no reason why you couldn't do it. And certainly there are many, my children themselves wear it. And there are many children within this organization who use it. Okay, there's a question about cancer. So if you are currently on a chemo drug, or if you've had an organ transplant and you are taking a pharmaceutical drug to make sure your body does not expel the new organ, those are the only 2 times we recommend you do not use X39. Here's the reason why. It's possible the X39 could detox the very pharmaceutical drug, whether that's chemo or the drug in order to keep the organ in the body. It could detox the drug that you're paying to put in. So we recommend you do not use it if you're currently in chemo. Once you finish chemo, you're welcome to use the X39, or if it's before you do chemo, you're welcome to use the X39. Otherwise, there are no other contraindications, whether you're on a pacemaker or blood pressure medicine or whatever, either pharmaceutical drug, whatever hormones, whatever supplements, or whatever, alternative therapies you might be doing, all of them are fine with the X39. There is no contraindication. Remember, you all, nothing passes through the skin. Okay. Somebody asked, how do I qualify as manager? So the first thing I would recommend you do is go to the QF Team Biz site and go through that site. It's the 9 steps to your success. And in there, you will see the PDF that you can print out in order to learn how to get to manager. But essentially, you yourself must be a gold or above, and you're going to personally sponsor 2 people on your right leg and 2 people on your left leg that are silver and above. And once you've got 2 and 2, then you will qualify as a manager. Okay. So friend with a kidney transplant, it's exactly what I said. If your friend is on a pharmaceutical medication to make sure they keep the kidney, then I'm recommending you do not put them on the X39. Okay, there's a question about some people feel worse after putting X39 on. That is fantastic if that happens. The reason that is fantastic is it means the patch is working. So I find, sorry, I'm talking a lot and I don't like to talk so much, but I'm talking a lot. I try not to talk. I try to listen more. I find that 10% of the people who use X39 will go through a detox. That detox varies from person to person. So you may see some people will get headachy. You may see some people will be tired. You may see some people, I remember I have a chiropractor in my business. She put the X39 on one of her patients and her patient's knee in the office swelled up huge and red. The chiropractor looked at it and said, wow, this product is working. So remember, inflammation in your body eats stem cells. So oftentimes when you're feeling yucky, it's because either it is detoxing you or it is increasing the inflammation so that your stem cells can get rid of what's going on in your body. So I tell everyone, keep going. The patch is working. If it gets to be too much for you, take the patch off, throw it away, rest and rejuvenate until tomorrow. Drink more water. I've had the worst person I ever had in the last 3 years was a person who professed to me, beautiful woman. She was a yoga instructor. She did not drink. She ate clean. She slept and she drank lots of water. And she immediately detoxed. And she's like, I don't understand this, Onyx. And I said, the patch is working. I cannot explain to you why you have stuff in your body that it needs to detox, but it's obvious that you need to detox. She could only wear it for 15 minutes to start, you all. No problem. She wore it for 15 minutes, take it off, throw it away, rest and rejuvenate, drank water. Next day, put a new patch on, made it for 30 minutes. She kept moving up until 6 weeks in. After 6 weeks in, she could now wear it. I think at like 4 weeks, she could wear it for a full 12 hours. She called me at 6 weeks and she said, Onyx, I said, yes. She said, I don't even know how to thank you enough. And I said, what do you mean? She said, I feel fantastic. And I had no idea I wasn't feeling as good as I'm feeling now. She said, it's interesting. I had one of those very expensive natural doctors in Manhattan who said that I had a lot of the markers for Lyme's disease, but I did not have Lyme's disease. So perhaps the patch was detoxing some of the markers that was showing up for Lyme's disease. And I tell you this story because I want you all to understand that everyone is different. All of us are different. I did not experience a detox except after 3 weeks in of wearing the patch. There was a Saturday night. I was living in Key Largo. My daughter, Sierra, came down from Miami to have dinner. I cooked dinner for everyone. And then I went outside on the night. It was like 6 o'clock on Saturday night, y'all. I went outside and I started to go to sleep on the couch. And my daughter's like, what are you doing? And I said, I'm tired. I'm listening to my body and I'm going to bed. So that was my detox. I went upstairs. I didn't fight. I went to bed. I said, good night. I love you. I'm sorry. I'm going to bed. But that was the extent of the detox that I experienced. Again, we're all different. Each one of you is going to experience different things. And remember, health goes like this. It's never a straight line. I mean, maybe somebody will have a straight line, but I've never seen anybody that goes in a straight line. It's a little bit, and then you often have a step back and a little bit further and a little bit and a step back. So if somebody starts to detox, it's a great thing. Just encourage them and let them take the patch off and wear it for less time if that's needed. I see a question about diabetes. This patch, X39, will help with every symptom, everything that is going on in their lives. This patch is not curing or healing or treating anything. This patch is allowing the body to heal itself. It's your body that's doing it. If you want to find some particular testimonials, again, go to the Facebook page, the Quantum Field Testimonial Facebook page, and you could look up a specific testimonial. For me, I never share those specific testimonials. Here's the reason why. The only way I'm going to know what this patch does for you is for you all to put it on. Because even if somebody else has a great testimonial about whatever's going on, pain going away in their body, that doesn't mean the pain's going to go away in your body. The only way we're going to know what this patch is going to do for you is for you to put it on. Now, my experience has been it helps in all conditions and all symptoms. Does it clear everything 100%? It depends on the person. It depends on the person. So the only way I'm going to know what it's going to do for you is for you to put it on. Yes, many people have lost weight on this patch. I see. I love how the patch has helped me to lose weight. Many people have lost weight on X39. I never lost a pound, but I hear stories over and over and over again about how people have lost weight using the X39. Why is that? It's rebalancing the hormones in the body. It's rebalancing the body's natural system. So I love it. Okay. So we are getting close to the end. We've got about 10. Is there another platform? Facebook censored me. Yes, you can find another platform to find testimonials on Telegram, Quantum Field X39 team. And you can find the testimonials there. I see Andrew put up that 370 pounds now, down to 235 pounds. Wow, that is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Okay, will X39 interfere with hormone therapy designed to suppress estrogen? No. What you're going to find is that it rebalances the body, whether you're on hormone, whether you're doing natural hormone therapy, whether you're doing maybe you're doing, blood pressure pills. You may find after using X39 for a while, you're not needing as much of whatever you were doing. So you work in tandem with your doctor in order to decipher what you want to do with your health and your body and how you want to move forward. So there's never been a study done, and there never will be a study done specific to any diseases, you all. This product, when we talk about it, think about it, we talk about the generalities of the symptoms people tend to have: pain, not sleeping well, hair growth, age spots, skin. But we don't want David to do scientific studies on specific diseases, because then it would completely change the classification. And now we're moving into a whole new space. We want to stay in as a product that is a general wellness product. So that's why they do that sort of thing. Okay. Neve, is there any, I see a ton of questions here. Is there any question that you have read that you think? Wow, look at that. There's another testimonial. Major toothache, put the X39 below the eye, called to the Lord trembling, but 15 minutes later, pain was gone. It's beautiful. Nothing like the power of the X39. Go ahead, Neve.
Mary said that her son had 2 doses of the COVID vaccine, is asking if the patch will detox this out of his system.
So again, I don't talk anytime specifically about the vaccines or any specific drugs, but what I will tell you is, yes, this product will help your son and other people. It helps all of us, you all. It helps with every system, every symptom, everything that is going on in the body. Put this patch on. Neve,
and then over in our YouTube live, Peter Long asked, can you explain the 2 different money back guarantees for customers and brand partners?
Great question. Okay, so remember what I said, that one of the things that network marketers did, I believe, look at my exact wording, that network marketers did well, was that they qualify prospective customers and team members more accurately. So one of the great things about this company is our money back guarantee. And the way the money back guarantee works is it's 90-day money back guarantee for the customer's first order, and it's a 30-day money back guarantee for the distributors. So one of the reasons why I like this so much is it gives you the ability to allow your contacts to have a risk-free trial to be able to utilize X39 and decide whether or not it's for them. Often if I, share some of my patches, first of all, if I give a sample to anyone, my precious, precious patches, I do not give a if I'm standing in front of them, I literally take the stick off the back and stick it right on them. If I don't stick the first patch on them, I don't give them patches when I'm standing in front of them. If you've got to put it in the mail, it's a different story. The second thing is 100% of the time, I text them over startx39.com. If you're not leaning on these tools, you're missing it huge, huge. If I do share the 3, 6, or 9 patches with them, I give them a little sample, I set up the expectation. Listen, I'm not expecting that these 3, 6, or 9 patches are going to change your life. It's kind of like being at a restaurant and you ask for a little sample of the wine. In order to be able to enjoy the glass of the wine, you have to buy the whole glass of wine. Well, here it's the exact same thing. I'd like to see you give this a 90-day trial, but if you only want to give it a 30-day trial, terrific. Corporate offers a risk-free trial for you. So you can actually drink the whole glass of wine without having to actually decide upfront whether or not you're going to like it or not. And so I think it's a beautiful way to be able to share this product. So I love the fact that we offer this money back guarantee. And y'all think for a minute. We did 25 million last month in sales. Is corporate going to offer a money back guarantee if all of those patches are coming back? No, less than 1% of people call back and ask for their money back. Why? Because the X39 works. That's why the sales are absolutely through the roof. All right, Neve, do you see something else? I think we've got time for 1, maybe 2 more questions. I see a question. If somebody is having severe detox symptoms with X39, how long should the detox symptoms last? So typically, remember, nothing passes through the skin. So usually when you take the patch off and start drinking water, it's no longer activating the skin. It's totally different than if you all swallowed a supplement in order to detox. That's in the system. So if you want the detoxing symptoms to stop and you swallowed a supplement, probably going to be hard to get it to stop. But with the patch, you pull it off. Most people drink water and the symptoms of the detox subside. How long will it take them to be in detox symptoms? As I told you my worst case was 4 weeks. And at 6 weeks, she felt fantastic. But some people, it lasts for a couple of days. Most people, it's a couple of days. If they get it. Remember, most people, it's less than 10% are actually feeling a detox. It does happen, but not all that often. Yes, you can wear more than 1 patch at one time. There are some days that I'll wear 1 patch, X39. Some days I'll wear 2 X39. Some days I'll wear 3 X39s. In fact, the day that I talked to the guy that was next to me, the cold contact in the hot yoga class, I have to have 3 patches on. At the end, when we were sitting and talking, he's like, "Why did you wear 3 patches?" I said, "I don't know. I woke up this morning. I was told to put on 3 X39, so I put on 3 X39. I understand that in Taiwan, there are doctors that will take an entire sleeve, an entire 30-day supply of X39 and put them all over their patient's body, a full 30 patches on, so that it works like an acupuncture treatment. So you can wear more than 1. So the protocol for pregnant women is there is no protocol. LifeWave has not done any testing on pregnant women or children. It is a personal choice. There are no companies out there that will do testing on pregnant women or children. So it becomes a personal choice as to whether or not they want to wear it. Nothing passes through the skin. All right, Neve, do you see anything else that we want to get to before we break this beautiful call down? This has been a lot of fun. I hope everybody's had a really great time.
Yes, someone's asking, do you use the LifeWave InTouch app to keep track of your prospects? I find some people do not click the link I send them. I recently just started sending startx39.com.
Smart person. So I personally do not use the InTouch app. That doesn't mean that there aren't people in my team that use the InTouch app. I 100% of the time introduce 100% of the people that I talk to about X39 to startx39.com. Here's the reason why, you all. One, that website doesn't talk at all about other products. It doesn't talk at all about free trips. It doesn't look like a network marketing site. It's my site, you all. It's a prospecting site. And if you notice, I don't take any data. So how is that beneficial to you? It means that you will not lose your prospects by sending them to that site. Now, some of you on this call you want to have a little shallow dive. You want to see maybe a 2-minute video and that's all you need. Others of you want to read about the science, or you want to read about the patents. And so you need a much deeper dive. And so the reason I love startx39.com is because you don't have to decipher who they are. So let's say you take a video out of the InTouch app and you send your prospect a 20-minute video. And they're one of those people that only want to see 2 minutes. They're going to look at that video, say it's 20 minutes. I'm not watching. I don't have time. So if you sent them startx39.com and what's the first thing that's up there? It's a 2-minute video. So if they want to have just a shallow dive, they can. But if they want to really get into it, look at the science and look at everything, absolutely. What if they're a doctor? What if they're an MD? What if they're a president of some country? Guess what I send them? startx39.com. I don't care who it is. I send them the same thing. For organizing my people, I use my phone. But again, some people like the app. So I'm not telling you not to use the app. If it works for you, that's great. But I am encouraging you, your first contact with everyone should be startx39.com. And remember, you all, it's not what you can do in this business, it's what duplicates. Let me say that again. It's not what you can do, it's what duplicates. So if I can explain, for instance, to the gentleman I met in hot yoga, do you all think I could spend the next hour sitting there telling him everything there is to know about X39 and how to build an amazing LifeWave business? Of course I can, but that's not duplicatable. So part of the reason why I always use the Start X39 website is because when people that I introduce this product to, when they look at me and they see me talking and talking and talking like I've done today about Start X39 or about X39 or about the business, they're saying to themselves, whoa, I can't do this business. But when they see me, often I say nothing. Remember what I did to the gentleman that I met? And it was true. I had to go to an appointment. I said, just give me your cell phone number and I'll text you a link. That's all I said, you all. I didn't tell him anything. I let him look at the link. I leaned on the tools because what does that say to him? Oh, I could build this business because I can send a link. So I think it's a lot more effective to use Start X39, at least up front, than using the InTouch app, because you're not having to figure out what kind of person are you standing in front of. Are they somebody that wants to see the patents? Are they somebody that wants to read the scientific studies? Are they somebody that wants to spend an hour or two learning about it? Or are they somebody that wants to spend 15 minutes? Or are they somebody that wants to spend 2 minutes? So for me, Start X39 is absolutely what I use. I see a great question there that I'm going to answer, and then we're going to close the call. How do you organize your prospects and how do you follow up with the phone or text message? So it depends on who I'm standing in front of. So a lot of times, if I texted somebody in order to introduce them to this, hey, this is a shot in the dark. I found something I think you might be interested in. Do you have any interested in the ability to activate your body's own stem cells affordably? And they write back, yes, I'm interested. Then I will usually send back, great. Would you like to me to get on a call and us to talk first? Or would you like to read some first and then for us to get on a call? So I'm figuring out how they want. And then my next question is, do you like to receive your information by text message, by phone, or by email? Because again, I'm always trying to meet them where they're at, as opposed to me running over them for where I'm at. So in following up, sometimes I'm following up with a text message. Hey, I mailed you your patches, 4 days ago. Let me know when they arrive. I might text that to them. Or It might be something totally different. I might have already, they sent me a note, hey, the patches arrived. Great, I'm going to call you in 15 minutes. Why am I going to call them? Because I'm going to encourage them. Maybe it's been a week since I've spoken to them and they forgot, one, how to wear the patch. So I call them, I say, hey, get that envelope out right now and take the sticker off of the back of that patch right now. Any spot will do. So pull it off right now. And they might say, well, wait a minute, I'm on this blood thinning medication, or wait a minute, I have a pacemaker, or wait a minute, I've been doing this supplemental detox, or wait a minute, I've been laying in a red light bed. And so they need reassurance from you that putting this patch on is not going to disrupt whatever they're already doing in their lives. So in that case, I'm picking up the phone and I'm calling. So what I talk about all the time is this is a dance. I'm learning how to dance every day. What am I working on today? I'm working today always on my interpersonal reaction and interactions with people, because network marketing is a contact sport. But what else am I working on? Y'all, me and the girls, we're working on learning this whole online thing so that we can serve a larger and larger and larger community. If you had asked me a year ago if I was going to have a YouTube page, I would have laughed out loud and said, no way. And today, look at this, y'all. We're doing a live Zoom, and at the same time, we're doing a live on YouTube. Fantastic, right? We're constantly learning. I'm constantly growing. I'm constantly evolving. If your business isn't growing, it's because of you. If your business is dying, it's because of you. So I know when my business is growing, it's because I'm working my business every day. And you better believe I work my business every day. I do 3-3-1 every day. It's easy. I can do it in the nooks and crannies of my life. I don't have to change my life in order to do this business. If my business is dying, it's because of you. So one of the things I recommend for all of you is that you jump on the Wednesday night calls or Thursday night calls if you speak Spanish. So Wednesday night if you speak English, Thursday night if you speak Spanish, and then that you jump on these Saturday training calls. Why? Because building a network marketing business is very different, you all. We don't get to go into an office every day. So you all have to plug in. And when you plug in with us, what you'll find is you're going to meet other like-minded people. You're going to get ideas that are going to spark you. It's going to keep you consistently and persistently working your business. And Steve and Gina, look at these two. They just crack me up. They're always having fun, these two, right? So I love this. Let's finish 2022 really, really strong. And so here is the locations. You all get your camera out if you don't have it yet. These are the locations. If you live near any one of these locations, I encourage you to plan on being there. And I tell everyone to 100% of the people you put in the car with you will show up at the meeting. Now, one of the things I love about Steve and Gina, and there are 1,000 things I love about this couple, but one of the things I love about them is that they make a safe environment for all of us. So what does that mean? That means that you could live in Miami and you could say, oh my gosh, on December 10th, Steve and Gina are going to be in Savannah, Georgia. I have a friend that lives in Savannah, Georgia. So you could send a note to your friend and you could send them to that event. And I guarantee you that Steve and Gina will send those people home to sign up in the business with you. They stand up there with the enrollment form. They give them the enrollment form and they tell them, fill this out and give it to the person who invited you to the meeting. So if you personally can get yourself to anyone or to all of those meetings, you definitely want to. What is it going to look like? They're going to look a lot like the opportunity training calls we're doing on Wednesday night or Thursday night. It's going to have a little bit of business and a little bit of testimonial, and it's going to invite people to join into your organization. So plug into those calls on Wednesday night, Thursday night, and then be sure to plug into these Saturday training calls. We're in a 90-day run to Aruba. The quantum field team is absolutely dominating on the leaderboard. You should also take a picture of this. So I talked about plugging in. This is the easiest way for you all to plug in. You can put your camera in front of each one of those little squares and it'll pull it up and you can just hit subscribe. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you're missing it. Hit subscribe so that you get notifications. Join us on the team Facebook page. Join us. You can go in and search on the Quantum Field page. And then, of course, the startx39.com is my favorite site. And then the QF Team Biz, you want to go through that site, but don't spend all of your time learning everything on that QF Team Biz site before you get your business started. Go out and be ignorance on fire. Get on the job training. And when you have an extra 10 minutes or 15 minutes, great. Go in there, learn another step, play another video. There's all kinds of information and data in that QF Team Biz site. All right, so I have yacked and yacked and yacked. I have gone way beyond the hour. Thank you so much for all of you for hanging with me and for moving through this call. The 90-day run to Aruba is over the last day of December, and it is not over until December 30th. So get yourself on that leaderboard of the top 100 people, and let's keep yourself on that leaderboard. How do you do that? By doing income producing activities each and every day. Plug in, do the 3-3-1 system, introducing people to your business, and watch your business grow. I appreciate each and every one of you. I send you all love and light. Thank you for surrounding Steve and Gina and Steve's mother with love, light, and prayers today. I know that it will be very, very well received. And, remember, you all, this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. Rome wasn't built in a day. I don't expect your business to be built in a day. It might, and it's no problem if it does. But for me, you'll see in 7 years, I'll still be here doing 3-3-1. Why? Because I don't have to change my whole life to build a huge organization. I just have to commit to work on my business each and every day. And that's what I do. Every single day I do 3-3-1. And every single day my business grows. Why? Because if my business is growing, it's because of me. And if my business is dying, it's because of me. All right, you all. God bless everyone. Let's finish 2022 strong. Show up at one of those meetings. I will see you on Wednesday night's opportunity call. Remember, the person who brings the most new people to that opportunity call wins, you all. This is how you build your business. Let us help you build your business. Thursday night opportunity call in Spanish. If you've got Spanish speaking contacts, the Spanish market is wide open. So is the English speaking market as well. I mean, if we did 25 million corporately last month globally, out of that 25 million, my guess would be 10 million was in the United States. You all, the United States of America is worth $1 billion annually alone in LifeWave. So we're in full momentum, and the upside potential here is huge. Remember, as we walk to affecting 1 billion families positively, when this company does $1 billion in sales in a year, you know what that means? $600 million gets paid out to distributor families. That's you and me and your friends and your family members. And I've done this run before. I've watched it change people's lives. And I've done this run before through a recession. I never experienced a recession. My friends and family members did not experience a recession. Why? Because they consistently and persistently work their business. So I send you all love and light. I'm sorry for talking so much. Everybody have a fantastic day, and I'll see you on Wednesday night. And I'm here to help if you need anything at all. Bye, everyone. God bless.